What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the Manchester City career mode. In this episode we'll be playing the Newcastle game, and I think the game after as well, and we're getting into some more transfers. Now the first player I want to inquire about is Ryan Bertrand, so I'm going to inquire and I'm going to scout him as well, just because I think we need backup left back at the club, seeing as we've only got Mendy there. Obviously Danilo can play there, Walker can play there, a few centre halves can play there as well, but I want an out and out left back to cover Mendy for the cup games and if he gets injured or anything like that. So yeah, Bertrand. Oh, we've got some emails already. The Moya deal has been accepted, so 18.5 million for Moya, 50 grand a week, important first team player, and Miguel Moya has joined Manchester City. So that's a good thing, because like I said, I wanted him. And we're going to have to cough up 21 million for Ryan Bertrand. So let's try 15 million to start off with, just get the ball rolling, and let's see where it goes from there. We've just had a transfer offer for Raheem Sterling. It's from Juventus, 30 million, no chance. There's no way I'll be letting him go, just because he's 21, H3 rated, very good in game. He makes the front three with Aguero and Sane, he just does. So yeah, we've rejected that. And as you can see, Southampton have rejected the transfer offer of 15 million because they're adamant they want 21 million. So we're going to go in with 20. Hopefully they accept that, because it's basically what they asked for. Yeah, so we're going in for Ryan Bertrand. So as you can see on screen, some good news finally. The 20 million bid for Ryan Bertrand has been accepted. He wants 90 grand a week, we'll give it him. We'll put him on a 5-year contract because that's what he'll be on, and I'm going to make him an important first team player because I've just realised that he's 80 rated, which is higher than Mendy, so he may become our starting left back until Mendy grows higher than 80 rated. But yeah, so we'll give him an important first team player, 5 years, let that happen, 90 grand a week, send that off to Ryan Bertrand. And Yaya Toure said this might be his last season of playing football, not just for Man City but playing football in whole, so he'll have to take that into consideration throughout the season. So our second signing of the season is going to be Ryan Bertrand on a 5-year contract. That's done and dusted. He is now a Manchester City player, and we'll go into the starting lineup to play against Newcastle on the opening day. Mendy will drop out. You know, he's been in good form, and I'd like Mendy to start. It's just Bertrand's a higher rated, so he will be playing most games, but we'll give Mendy a go off the bench and in cup games, etc. So maybe even some Champions League games when we need him. But yeah, so Moyes is going to go onto the bench as well for Angus Gunn, and that is going to be the squad that will probably start the opening day against Newcastle. We've just received a transfer offer for Wilfried Bony from Palace for £15.5 million. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm going to say give us 22 and you can go. If they come back at like 18, 19 million, they can have him. But I'd like 22, but if it's anything less than that, then we'll probably just accept it anyway. As you can see on screen, Crystal Palace have come back and said they're going to match the 22 million and pay that for Wilfried Bony. So in my eyes, that's good business. 22 million for Wilfried Bony. He's a striker that was not going to play all season basically. He may have got the odd cup game here and there, but I mainly wanted to sell him anyway. That is what I would have liked to have done with him, and we've done that now as he's going to go to Crystal Palace. We've just got this message from Benjamin Mendy saying he'd like to play the Newcastle game. But this is the dilemma I'm going to have all season, picking between him and Bertrand, and on the right hand side from Danilo and Walker. Obviously I think Walker's going to be my main right back all season, and Bertrand my main left back all season. But Mendy and Danilo will obviously get their chances coming off the bench if there's an injury, suspension, anything like that. So Mendy won't be starting the game, but he may come on against Newcastle. Right, so we're going to go into our first competitive match as Manchester City manager. That is the starting lineup: Edison, Walker, Stones, Company, Bertrand, De Bruyne, Silva, Toure, Sterling, Aguero, Sane. The bench for the game will be Moya, Danilo, Gundogan, Mendy, Bernardo Silva, Renato Sanchez and Gabriel Jesus. So that's the 18 that will be taking part against Newcastle on the opening day. We're hoping for a win. I think we'll get a win, but we can't be too sure. So yeah, let's get into the game. As you can see, Man City v Newcastle at the Etihad. It's a later kick-off on the game, half-5 kick-off I think he said it was. Martin Tyler and Amy Smith, the legends of commentary on the game, just like they are every game. But yeah, let's get in to the first game against Newcastle and hope for a win to start at the top of the league. Torre finds Sterling here. Back for Torre. For David Silva. And he shanks that one wide. I was expecting him to at least hit the target. But he didn't even do that, he just turned and put it wide. Should have been a goal, that should have. We worked it well, but now Newcastle come at us with Richie. Hayden into Luke de Jong's feet. He hits the bar. And Walker gets rid. Worrying signs coming from our defence there. Not closing de Jong down. Here's Diarme. Diarme's in now. Pulls it in. Good save from Edison. So it's the bar and Edison that keeps us level at 0-0 in this game. Company attacks Diarme. But Diarme still on the ball. Hits it from range. Hits the crossbar again. Newcastle hitting the bar in the matter of hitting the bar twice in a matter of 2 minutes. As Hayden looks to get it out of the corner, but Company does instead. As he plays it down the line for Sterling. He's got the pace to go now. He's going to get away from Lazar. Into the box. Sterling. Aguero scores. From Newcastle hitting the bar at one end. Company winning the ball, playing it down the line. Sterling's pace ripping Newcastle apart. One ball into the middle and Sergio Aguero opens his account for the season. Manchester City take the lead in the 18th minute against Newcastle. Sterling's blistering pace down the line. Pull back for Aguero. First time finish into the top corner. No chance for the keeper. Now Manchester City just need to calm down the game and play at their pace. Just like they do in real life. They just take as long as they want on the ball. I want to try and implement on this career mode as Silva. So Sterling now goes past Lazar once again. Sterling for Aguero, 2-0. Sergio Aguero gets on the score sheet yet again. Just 6 minutes after he did last time. And Sterling with the assist again. Typically, kind of like the same goal. Sterling down the line, ball into the middle, Aguero shoots. Goal. Sales had no chance of getting it. You can see. That's me apparently on the touchline going crazy. I won't go crazy though. But yeah, Manchester City lead 2-0 on the opening day against Newcastle, just after Newcastle hit the bar twice in 2 minutes. Stones gets the tackle and that's going to be half time. City lead 2-0 in the first half on the opening day against Newcastle. But Newcastle came close 3 times, twice hitting the bar in about 2 minutes. And Edison having to pull off a quick reflex save. But we survived that and went up the other end and got 2 goals from the main man Sergio Aguero. And we lead 2-0 at the break. As you can see on screen, John Joe Shelby's coming on for Newcastle. 2 changes at half time for them. As they try and find a way back into this game in the second half. But here's Sterling trying his chances. But sells parries, and as far as Mankia. So the first change of the day, I'm going to bring Gundogan on for Silva and put De Bruyne at that centre attacking midfield spot. And I'm going to bring Bernardo Silva on at the left wing for Sane. Brings it down. Bertrand finds Torre. In for Aguero. Gundogan for De Bruyne, who's injured. De Bruyne pulls his shot wide. Maybe that was because of the injury, I'm not sure, but he should be doing much better there and we should be 3-0 up. Gundogan loses out to Shelby. Pings it to Perez. Long ball over the top now for Matt Ritchie. Matt Ritchie heads in the box as De Jong volleys first time into the post. Edison got lucky there for coming off his line so early. Or maybe he put him off of his shot. And there's going to be another substitution now. As Renato Sanchez is going to come on for Torre, who may be playing his last season. Renato Sanchez is going to make his debut coming off the bench after we loaned him from Bayern for the season. The new signing, him for Gundogan. Now for the other new signing, Renato Sanchez. Moving forward powerfully, but De Bruyne looks to slot for Sterling, but Sanchez wins it back. Knocked through. Sergio Aguero. He takes it. The ball comes back off the post for Sterling, who makes it 3-0. Game, set, match. Man City get the 3 points on the opening day against Newcastle. Aguero with 2. Could have got his third, but it was his shot that it rebounded off the post into Sterling's path for an easy tap in. Manchester City 3, Newcastle 0. Press, bringing it forward. Now Shelby. Sanchez on him like a rash. De Bruyne with Sanchez into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, great save from the keeper. He could have got a goal on his debut, but hit it straight at the keeper. Company goes up, flicks it on, and Sanchez has to keep it in on the opposite side. Sterling now, bringing it into De Bruyne's feet. De Bruyne, good turn, good block. Gundogan can't get control of the ball. But that's going to do it for the end of the opening day of the Premier League season. And Manchester City school Newcastle and beat them 3-0 with Aguero getting 2 and Sterling tapping it in to make it 3-0. And that is the first game of the season done and dusted. So that's going to do it for the end of the episode. I know I said I'd play the second game, but I've got to get off and do something right now. But I brought you the Newcastle game, and obviously we got the 3-0 win. All good on the opening day, good things to look forward to, but the defence looks a bit shaky. But like I said, that's going to do it for the end of the episode. If you've liked, then if you've enjoyed, then drop a like below. Subscribe if you haven't for more of these Manchester City career modes. And until then, see ya.